Hello, Williamson County. I'm Kerri Hudson, and welcome to It's About You, an informational program about the classes, activities, and special events of the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. Well, the holiday season is in full swing. Over the next couple of weeks, we know you'll be spending all of your free time with your family and friends, celebrating the best of this wonderful season. But when the kids go back to school and you start settling into the new year, looking for activities for everyone in the family to enjoy over the next couple of cold winter months, the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department's Athletics Division has you covered, with a variety of sport leagues for children and adults to keep you fit and active well into the new year. Joining me today is our athletics administrator, Gary Hathcock. He's here to talk with us about several athletic opportunities coming up for the first part of the new year with some early registrations for them as well. Gary, thanks for taking the time to join us today.
Well, thank you for having me today, Kerri. I appreciate you asking me to come on the show.
It was always nice to have you here. Usually when we're talking about athletics, sport leagues, things like that, it's usually Amber Morris that sits in with us from the athletics division. But since she is off on maternity leave for a couple of weeks, it's nice to have you here.
Well, I appreciate it.
Well, you guys have no shortage of activities going on around the clock. I mean, you guys program year-round through the athletics division in a multitude of different leagues, instructional programs, clinics, open play games and things like that, in a variety of different sports for a variety of different interest and ability levels. So really what we're talking about today is no different than what you guys are normally doing year-round, but with the winter season going on, we know people are going to be looking for some indoor activities where they can still stay healthy, active, and do the things that they enjoy doing. And this is, when a lot of your leagues really, although they may be condensed in size because of indoor availability, a lot of numbers explode for you as well because of the popularity of these programs.
Well, exactly like Kerri. We go from outside to indoors because of the temperature, of course. But in terms of shrinking, it really doesn't shrink, it just condenses down into certain areas. Like take our youth basketball program. Size-wise, it's one of the biggest programs we have, over 4,000 participants, over 28 gyms every given Saturday. So it's a huge program, but it is inside because it does get nasty out there during the wintertime. So
it's getting nasty out there now.
It got a little cold this week, yes.
I don't know what's going to happen in January.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't have the tremendous snows we've had in the past years.
Maybe so. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I wouldn't say goodbye to all of them, but I don't have to have them every month.
Let's knock on some wood right now. So,
well, let's keep talking about youth sports.
Okay.
Youth sports is one of the things that our department has really excelled in the past couple of years, and have grown into several different well-known programs throughout the area. You mentioned the youth basketball program, which over 4,000 individual children participate in that program. There were 520 teams that were registered for this year's event. Really looking forward to it. But youth flag football has also come on over the past couple years. It's a very popular sport in this area as well.
That's correct. Well, youth flag football, the NFL, the popularity of NFL, but then also you have to the concussion policy, the heads-up concussion policy that's came on with contact football has really, parents have really started to take a look at, what we love football.
Yeah.
America loves football, so what can we do? So flag football has really come on strong the last couple of years, and our numbers have really shot through the roof. Dustin Adams, who is my youth sports coordinator, and Danny Mitchell, who's his assistant, have really done a great job of utilizing our indoor arenas for the flag football programs. Flag football is one of those sports that the way we do it, you get all the fundamentals, on the games, the X's and O's, so to speak, of the football without the contact. And it's very important that you get those X's and O's. We start playing at like 7 years old to 13 years old is our age group for our flag football programs. And so when you do take that next step into contact sports, contact football, you have that fundamentals, the foundation there.
The strategy
the foundation. I'm going to use the X's and O's things because that's what football's about, the X's and O's. And the fundamentals are really the key to a good football program. And flag football is the basis, I believe, of that program going in the future.
Mm-hmm. And you guys are going to be doing a league at the Franklin Indoor Soccer Arena located off of Downs Boulevard the first part of next year. Registration actually opens for it January the 4th, and the season's going to be starting the end of February. Moderately cost at $85 to participate in the league, so a wonderful way to keep your children active in the winter months.
And that $85, we're partnered with the NFL, so that some of that $85 goes to a really nice NFL team logo jersey. It's really nice.
Good stuff. Youth volleyball. Several years ago there was an explosion of volleyball in Williamson County, and you can still see its popularity carried through the area today, especially when you're looking through the middle school and the high school athletic teams, and you see how well our girls volleyball teams, seem to be doing in this area in TSSAA sports. I hope to think that some of that goes back to what we start doing with our youth volleyball program with fourth graders.
Well, it amazes me, Kerri, that I'll be out in the public. I'll be at the grocery store, and a little girl that's taller than me now walks up and says, "Mr. Hathcock, you remember me?" No, I don't. I played in your youth volleyball program when I was fourth grader. Wow, and now she's not Olympic, but a college volleyball player. That's what really is what we're about. Setting the foundation to build these young men and women into diversified kids and young adults later in life. So that's what really is what gives me a smile on my face sometimes to see some of the athletes coming back that enjoyed their recreational experience, their youth recreational experience with the Parks Department. And it is, and I'm glad you brought up the success that our high school teams are having, and it is the foundation of our I like to think it as a feeder program. We do start at a young age in Williamson County in fourth grade with our intro leagues, and we go from the intro league to an intermediate league to our advanced leagues to our high school leagues. Not everybody makes the high school team, but still has that passion and that drive to have a little competition, whether it be friendly or not so friendly sometimes. But that drive to do that. So that's what we're about. That's why we like to offer multiple leagues, multiple opportunities for anybody that is wanting to get out there and do a little bump set pass, or pass set spike, I should say.
You do have all the sport lingo down, don't you?
I try. It gets confusing. I get them mixed up sometimes. Lacrosse, it's in my
bump set, XO.
Yeah, XO, X and O's, and go.
Something like that. Yeah. Well, your spring youth volleyball program is going to be taking place at Academy Park this year in Franklin on the OBGA campus. Being able to access Academy Park Gym several years ago for the department really was a keystone in being able to expand on a lot of these programs.
It sure was. And, and it wasn't we wouldn't be able to do this without the support of the county commission and the mayor. Really made it happen. It's a fantastic facility now. That campus is only going to get better over the next year or so. So I'm really looking forward to that.
It'd be wonderful. This spring youth volleyball program will start registration the 1st of January, and then the season will start March the 9th. So you can look for information on that through our website. Cost for it is $60 to $85, depending on if your child is in the introductory, intermediate, advanced, or high school league. And these do include uniforms as well, right?
It does. The cost differential is due to either a T-shirt or an actual jersey uniform.
Wonderful. And then our Tiny Tots soccer program. You don't have to look far to realize that soccer is a popular sport in Williamson County.
Yes.
Those green fields populate a lot of real estate in this area, and we're happy to have as many of them as we do through the Parks and Recreation Department. I'm sure you can attest to the fact that they are rarely left vacant.
That's true.
People are playing on those soccer fields year-round. And so, of course, it's a very popular program here, but I love what our department did with the Tiny Tots program, because there are ample opportunities for children to participate in recreational and travel soccer leagues in this area. It's such a popular and prevalent sport. But just for the little kid who's just getting started, who's maybe big sister or big brother's playing, and they're not the age yet where they can start a real league, but you want to at least feed their interest, the Tiny Tots soccer program's been a wonderful addition to our offerings.
It has been, and I have to say this, if if you are having just a bad day at work, and you want to have a smile on your face, it will put a smile on your face no matter how bad your day has been to go watch these little tights kick this ball around. It is, 3-year-olds out there kicking the ball around, having a ball. It's something special, and we really, Dustin and Danny and Amber have really put this thing together and made it soar, and it's a really good program that I can't help but smile about it whenever I say Tiny Tots.
It's just something fun, and it's amazing to me because Ramsey's 4, but it's amazing to me how intuitive soccer is to these kids. They can dribble without you having to explain really what that is.
Right. Well, soccer is a lifetime sport. You can start at a young age, and you can play it all the way to till you're done. We have guys in their 60s still playing soccer, and young ladies in their 60s still playing soccer. So it's one of those lifetime sports that you can play. Now, there's lots of different levels of it, and it's all about fundamentals, foot skills, things like that. And it's never too late to learn some foot skills or fundamentals of the game. And so that's why Tiny Tots is so successful. It's not only teaching a 3-year-old how to dribble the ball, but also teaching him coordination, that he'll use that in all other aspects of his life. So, and that's where it comes along. That's why we're so big on this program. The program is very successful, and we're looking forward to it. But the number one thing to me is it just makes me smile.
It's just cute. You can't beat cute any day of the week.
You can't beat cute, that's true.
Not at all. The Tiny Tots soccer program is geared for children 3 to 6 years of age. It operates out of the indoor arena at Crockett Park. Registration for our spring session will start February the 1st, and the league itself will start March the 2nd. The cost for it is just $35. So if you're looking for a way just to keep your young preschooler active or think they might have an interest in it, but you don't want to make the full commitment of a regular league opportunity, $35 is a great price point for let's try something.
Right. And the soccer organizations in the county, which we have tremendous soccer associations, Williamson County Soccer Association being the number one soccer organization in the county, they offer soccer at a young age, but I believe they start at 5 years of age, and that's outdoors. They don't do any of that indoors.
Yep.
So this is in an indoor setting. It's not really a league. It's more of a instructional playtime clinic type setting.
Good stuff. All right, well, we'll transition to the adults now. Everyone still likes to play their sports, even the adults. And adult sports is kind of where the athletics division started. So, it's kind of home base for us, right. With some wonderful sport opportunities for people to participate in at really locations around the county. I love how you all have kind of taken adult sports and populated it into different areas to give people a wide variety of things to choose from.
Correct. It's adult sports is our bread and butter. That's what we started with, and we'll continue that because it's important for the adults to get out and play too, to keep that motion going, to get that exercise, and to feel that competitive side. Everybody has stressful jobs. Most everybody has stressful jobs, so it's a way to get that out there in a constructive way, and have fun. Camaraderie, socialization, that's the key to all of our adult sports, and that's what we tried to target, is those aspects of the adult sports world.
Well, we've got several sports that we're going to talk about today, but we do need to take a quick break. Y'all stay tuned. When we come back, we'll be talking more about upcoming adult athletic league opportunities with the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department.
day the classroom is different.
Learning?
Different.
Teaching?
Different.
Testing?
Different.
Technology?
Essential.
Help us feed our cows.
Welcome back to It's About You. We're talking today about winter athletic opportunities with the Williamson County Parks and Recreation Department. We spent the first half of our show today talking about youth sports and opportunities for all the kids. And so for the next few minutes, we're going to be talking about all the adult options. Like we said before the break, you know, adults still need this too.
That's correct.
It's a very necessary component in our lives. I mean, you know, adults still have interests and hobbies. They might not have as much time to devote to them. But more than anything else too, they still need that release. They still need to have some fun.
Right, fun. Fun is what we strive to do at Williamson County Parks and Recreation. You know, my kids believe that I play kickball for a living, so you know that's the great part about it. You know.
You're like, oh, Daddy wishes.
I wish I could play kickball.
Yeah,
so.
It would be a lot of fun. Well, let's start off talking about one of the traditional sport leagues, something that has a huge showing every year that people still love, adult basketball.
Right. Adult basketball is one of those, well, I mean, it speaks for itself. You know, adults, men, women playing playing the round ball, shooting the rock. You know, that's the key to it. We're having a good time. We're moving indoors. You know, we offer different leagues. You know, Chris Gravely, who's my adult sports coordinator, and his assistant Daniel Lawson do a fantastic job of organizing these leagues. You know, our leagues are different than a lot of other leagues. You're going to come and you're going to play in a safe environment. You're going to know what's going on. You're going to be treated fairly, and you get to play all the time. You know, that's the key to our adult sports is, you know, the environment that you play in is consistent and fair, and it allows you to prosper in your competitive juices, I should say.
There you go. We have a men's D1 and D2 league that are taking registration now for a winter session that will start January 10th at Academy Park. Cost is $475 per team, and registration information is currently available through our website at wcparksandrec.com. Also, another very popular long-term sport for our department, adult softball.
Adult softball, of course, we just finished it up. We'll be moving into the springtime before we know it. You know, come January, we'll be ready. We're gearing up for softball. Softball is a huge sport, and it's one of those sports that, you know, our guys, our co-ed leagues, our women's leagues, all have a great time getting out there. It's a good social builder, I should say, and you get a chance to knock a ball over the fence. That's what it's about, really.
That feels good.
It feels good running those bases.
And you guys spread this league out across the county. You've got teams that play at Fieldstone Farms in Franklin, at Granny White Park in Brentwood, and at Bethesda Park in the south end of Williamson County. You
know, Kerri, it's really a community. You know, we are Williamson County Parks, and we expand all the cities. You know, we're in all the cities, but we couldn't do this without the help of these other parks departments. City of Brentwood, City of Franklin, the south end of the county, we are in our parks, Williamson County Parks, but you know, we utilize their facilities to do our leagues, and you know, it's a partnership that really strives and brings a different change to the community because it is a community-based program. You know, we try to focus on the athletes in this county and you know, make it the best we possibly can.
And like you said, this is a seasonal outdoor league. We don't have indoor facilities for softball.
Oh man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, there you go. And these leagues will not start until April. But like you said, planning for them starts early. So registration for these spring softball leagues actually does start January the 4th. Cost is $425 to $535 per team, depending on the league that you sign up for. Right. And I would say it might seem early, but if you're interested, register early because there is a key level of interest for these programs in our community. And so if you want to get a spot,
definitely
registering
so.
early is
and now that everything is online, it's even more important to get in there. And if you have any questions, make sure you give Chris or Daniel a call, and they'll be more than happy to answer any questions for you.
Volleyball is also another great sport that we've run out of the gymnasium at the Franklin Recreation Complex for several years. I know you have some dedicated followers to your women's volleyball league and your co-ed volleyball league that you do out there.
Right. Well, we just hired a new volleyball coordinator. His name's Rick Kimball. He's really excited about it. He's kind of ran one little season, half a season so far, but he's got some really good ideas and really looking forward to making adult volleyball even more popular. You know, it's indoors. It's cold outside, people.
Yeah.
You know, if you're into volleyball, this is where you need to be at.
This is it, exactly. Registration for winter leagues starts in January, and seasons will start in February for these respective leagues. Cost is just $200 per team, so very reasonable cost for a lot of fun.
You know, I just want to touch base really fast, Kerri. You know, the traditional way was men's and women, you know, men's sports and women's sports. But nowadays, it's a lot of co-ed, and that's that social community, you know, that social aspects of all the sports. You know, these are the sports that men and women can play both very effectively, and it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I don't want to use the word funner, but I'm going to use the word funner, even though it's not proper English, but it is funner when you get to play with your wife or your girlfriend, or, you know, it's just fun. It's a fun game. So
there you go.
I know,
Can't say it better.
terrible I used the word funner, but oh well.
And then soccer as well. The kids love it, and then as they grow up, they still love it as adults.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I spoke before, soccer's a lifetime sport. You know, you could start at 3 years of age in the Parks Department, and you could play all the way up through as long as you feel like you're capable of playing. You know, we play soccer year-round. We play co-ed soccer year-round. We play men's soccer. We play women's soccer. Now that it's cold outside, we are definitely playing co-ed soccer year-round in the indoor arenas, in Crockett Arena and in Robert A. Ring Indoor Arena in Franklin.
And so leagues for both co-ed and women's soccer will be taking place the first part of the new year, or actually, I'm sorry, in the spring, around March.
Yes.
But both will be taking place at the indoor arena at Crockett Park. Registration starts in February, leagues start in March.
And let me say this about registration for the arenas. Space is very limited, so if you're interested or you have questions, you need to give Robert Crockett a call or Ron Emery a call and ask those questions before registration begins, because those leagues fill up very, very quickly.
Exactly. And we did mention earlier information about our opportunities through the Parks and Recreation Department are available through our website at wcparksandrec.com, as well as a staff directory and a phone list. And so maybe if you hear something today, but if registration's not starting until January and you're not seeing it online just yet, feel free to call the coordinators as well. They'll be happy to touch base with you about what day it will go live on the website so that you can get that spot before it fills up.
Definitely so.
And then flag football. Another thing, kids love it and adults do too.
Adults love to play. You know, I love to play. You know, flag football is just one of those things. Nobody wants to put that helmet on and pads when you're like me. You know, I don't want to do it, but I still want to play the game. I want to go through the X's and O's, and that's why flag football's here, and it's a very successful program. You know, it's just a great game.
A lot of fun.
It's fast-paced.
Yes.
Fast-paced game.
This is also another league that will be going on at the indoor arena at Crockett Park. I can remember a few years ago, we opened the indoor arena at Crockett Park in 2007. And at the time, people were like, a second indoor arena? What will you do there? And we're like, oh, trust me, we have plenty to do there.
We have plenty to do
and we
there.
keep both of those arenas full year-round with all kinds of programs for people
Right.
to participate in. I mean, we've talked about several of them already going on there this winter, and there's always opportunity there for people if they're looking for something active to do.
Correct.
Flag football is also a March league. Registration will start for it in February. Cost is just $350 a team for it as well. And then a couple of other things to talk about are some of the ongoing programs that we offer through the department on an ongoing basis throughout the year in different capacities. We're already getting close to the end of our time today, so we won't have time to go into this in a lot of great detail, but maybe I'm just biased. But over the past 16, 17 years, Mike Martin has built a tremendous tennis program for Williamson County Parks and Recreation. His love of it bleeds into every single aspect that he oversees in it, and he's still running a great program now.
Right. Mike does a fantastic job. Along with Emery Flynn's help, they run a tremendous tennis program that's, established throughout the state. Well known, not established, but well known throughout the state of Tennessee to be one of the best programs in the game of tennis. It's tremendous. If you've never been into the indoor sports complex and seen the indoor facility, I highly recommend you come and stopping by and checking it out.
It's a lovely, lovely facility and tons of opportunity for tennis beginners or tennis enthusiasts between instructional clinics, league play, open play. There's semi-private, private lessons. There's something for everyone. Our youth program, privates can be done for smaller ages, but instructional clinics start usually around age 5, go on up in a variety of schedules, time frames, ability levels. It just goes on and on. And then their league program is an ongoing source of leagues for adults in singles, doubles, and mixed doubles. Daytime and evening leagues, ongoing sessions are constantly available. And really they just probably need to contact the tennis office directly to see what opportunities there are.
We do a whole show on tennis.
Yep. Definitely it is. Real quick, just to give you that number, if you are interested in tennis opportunities in Williamson County, you can contact Anne-Marie or Mike at the Indoor Sports Complex at 615-370-3471. And then just 2 things to mention real quick before we go today are drop-in leagues in table tennis and pickleball. I have never seen more dedicated, fun-loving people than the individuals that I see participating in these 2 open programs.
That's correct. They love these games, and they are. If people think that table tennis is not really an active sport, they need to come check this out because table tennis is an active sport, big time active sport, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. And pickleball, the growth of pickleball is amazing. It's absolutely blowing up by leaps and bounds in this county and across the country. So I got a feeling we're going to be talking a lot more about pickleball in the future.
Yeah. We have open leagues for table tennis at Academy Park in Franklin, Nolensville, and the Indoor Sports Complex in Brentwood. Open leagues in pickleball are available in Fairview, Franklin, at the Longview Recreation Center at Spring Hill, and also at our Nolensville facility. And if you'd like more information about those programs, the dates and times of them, you can visit our website as well. Gary, that's it. We're done.
Wow, that went really quickly.
It always does.
I like to thank you, but I also like to thank my staff for the tremendous job they do on a day-to-day basis.
You're absolutely right. It's very evident in what we've talked about today. They're working hard.
Thank you.
All right. Well, in wrapping up today, I want to thank you guys for joining us for this show as well. In closing, I do want to mention some other upcoming department programs, such as our Ugly Sweater Family Night events, December the 18th, our Buddies Family Float Dive-In movie on December 19th, our Santa Mailbox locations that are currently open and will be available through December the 18th, plus all kinds of other activities that we have going on. Information can be found on our website at wcparksandrec.com. You can also get information about our upcoming winter break schedules, as well as other fun activities after the holidays. Information can also be found through our social media channels. You can friend us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at WCParksandRec, at WC_Parks and Rec, or on Pinterest. We want to wish you guys a very happy and safe holiday season. And until next time, remember, Williamson County, it's all about you.